Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your man, Legacy the Prince.
I am CEO AALIYAH.
It's your boy DJ B4EY.
Dang, you choking?
Fresh Leftovers Radio Show, man. Yo, we are having way too much fun. I got a headache now, man. It's crazy. Yo, we got a special guest in the building with us.
Ooh.
I'm super excited about this one. I've heard so many great things. Got the opportunity to see him perform a couple times. And there's something special about him, man. So we definitely want to dive into the testimony, see what's popping, man. We got the one, the only 2.0 in the building, yo. Y'all give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, DJ. Woo!
Yeah, it's low.
Man, I'm gonna have to bring an air horn when it wants to pop up.
I don't know if it can't be like drinking.
All right, cool. Why not? It's happy hour. What up, 2.0?
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Doing good, man. How you doing? How you feeling?
Man, I'm chill. I'm happy to be here, though.
Man, we happy to have you, man.
That's your logo on the hat?
Huh?
The piece up?
You know what? It's not, but it's finna be.
Okay.
Why not?
Hey, bro.
I feel that.
Check the
I
trademark.
was looking at it.
I feel that. I feel that.
Trademark first.
I feel you probably do, yeah.
You can just throw it the other way. It might be fine.
You can do it where it's like a little, like the bottom part makes the zero.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? You can, but then it might look like the Playboy symbol.
Yeah,
it's
nah,
gonna look
I'm work on it. I'm work on it. I had a meeting earlier today about some merch, so we gonna.
Man, you didn't bring it?
Dang.
No. It's still in formulation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when you come back, that mean we're gonna have merch.
For sure.
Okay.
Facts.
You know I don't forget stuff. I've vetted
She really don't.
so many people in this room, and I've
No, only one.
He still ain't paid you yet.
Okay.
Only one.
The second one not here. Sorry.
Who's the second person?
Zay.
Who's the first
Who's the first?
I already paid
That was the
me.
second. Ours was the second because they
yeah.
still the first, but he didn't pay you
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
I don't lose. I don't forget things. So you know.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
She different, bro. She different. 2.0, man. What's popping, bro?
Man, I'm out here, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. You originally from this side of town?
Absolutely.
From the west side.
southwest side of town.
Southwest.
East Point.
East Point. Okay, okay.
Washington Road. But I grew up down the street, so I guess I can claim the west side.
What schools you went to?
I went to Westlake. I went to Woodland Middle School. And actually, I attended Morehouse College, too.
Oh,
okay.
You ain't do a fraternity?
Nah, I don't do that.
Okay, I don't do that.
What's your name? What happened?
Why you want to do it?
Man.
Talk to us 2.0.
Too much. Everybody
y'all gonna pull me into the show. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. My perspective, I was always too cool for all that stuff. All my homies was, I think most of my homies didn't go to school. So like every chance I got, I left. You know what I mean? So the whole college boy thing I thought was lame. I ended up being there because I'm an athlete.
Oh.
And
basketball?
You dropped out?
Nah.
Actually, I played tennis.
That more phenomenal tennis player.
Yeah. I'm Nigerian too. I got a lot of stuff to me.
Hey, stop I say,
So
man.
yeah, no, I'm Nigerian.
What did
That's
you
Haitian.
say?
That's Haitian. That's for the Zoes. That's
He played.
I did that.
You see the face? Oh man, stop that saying, man. No, that's not.
Legacy knew what he was doing. So it's Nigerian where they be eating fufu and igusi?
Yeah, that's
What? Igusi?
Yeah.
That joint was so. I had some.
You had fufu?
Yeah, with goat. I had it with goat. It
Goat
was
meat.
so good.
You like fufu?
And igusi.
I didn't eat it with the igusi. I had it just fufu with
You don't
something
eat
else.
it plain
with the
like
pepe
that.
soup.
I didn't have no pepe soup.
Oh.
He had it
you had
plain
it with?
fufu.
No, I had fufu with like some fish and some other stuff.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like the igusi sauce. It wasn't that. It was just like,
Was it green or red?
I can't remember, man.
It was
Okay.
well, mine was it was spicy,
Yeah.
and I love spicy food. It was so good.
No, I'm traumatized. I don't like spicy food. I can eat it, but I don't like it. My daddy gave me something one time. It had my face melting.
Man,
I'm talking about my eyes was running, my nose was running, my ears felt like they
That's
were
too
leaking.
spicy. Then that's too much.
You was young?
I was like probably like 16.
Oh no.
Did you like spicy food before that?
It was cool. I mean, I had to. It was my family food.
Hot
I mean,
Cheetos? The hot Cheetos, you know.
Hot Cheetos.
Yo, I did
Like,
the
what
one,
are we talking
I did
about?
the one chip challenge like 2 weeks ago.
Oh man, you got it.
No, I didn't. No, I did
You
not.
got it. I ain't messing with nothing.
Boy, that
Crap for
was
2 weeks.
Boy, that was an experience, bro.
So you been in Nigeria?
I haven't. I haven't actually. Sadly, I got a large family, so I got a lot of family here. So I got the experience without having to go there, but I still need to go there.
So what do Nigerians speak?
Yoruba. My family's tribe is Yoruba.
Do you speak it?
I can understand it,
Okay.
but I don't speak it actually.
I know you know how to say what's up, at least. I said South Passe. That was wrong.
Yeah, you definitely in the wrong tribe, my boy.
Yeah, it's the wrong tribe. That's all. It's just the wrong tribe. Yeah, I do.
It's just icebreaker, bro. We just warming you up. That's all.
You good?
You know what I'm saying?
It don't take much. It don't take much.
Just warming you up, man. That's all. Tennis.
Yeah, man. I grew up playing tennis in the hood, Washington Park to be exact. So
you was the only one?
Nah.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Low key, Atlanta, a tennis city.
For real?
Yeah, it's a tennis town. Like
Wow.
everybody, most of the black tennis players you see on TV, they got ties to Atlanta.
Wow.
I never knew that.
That's why
Me
all the
either.
apartment complexes always got
Had
tennis
tennis
courts.
court. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
You're not gonna go more than about 5 miles before you see some tennis courts in this city.
Bruh.
That's true.
I never
That's
realized
so
that.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I just put 2 and 2 together.
That's tough. I never knew that.
Yeah, man.
A little education
Ain't nowhere
from
like
New
it
York
in the
to
world. I promise you. For black tennis, for tennis, for all that.
So why did you stop playing?
No, that's my business. That's my day job.
Like what?
I started my own business, so I got a coaching business and
You teach?
Yeah.
So what is it? Is it still Little League? Like what would it be called?
Nah. So after
Can you let me ask the question?
got him.
Can I cook? Let me cook.
Cook, bro.
You just got the wrong ingredients.
Let me.
Ooh, he said you don't got the. Was it?
Go ahead, go
I'm
on, my
done.
brother. Go ahead. What do they call
Yeah, I'm
it?
sorry. Go ahead.
So I coach and I play. So every now and again I play because you can still win checks whether it's pro or not. And then I also coach. So I got a lot of clientele. A lot of my music connects are actually tennis players too.
When you say
Like I'm talking about. I met Big X, CEO of Coalition DJs, like the big coalition, the whole nationwide situation, because he wanted me to teach his daughter tennis. Another plug of mine, he was over sync licensing for United Masters. Found out he went to Washington Park too. He grew up and he older than me, but we got connects. You know what I'm saying? I got another partner of mine that's doing promotions for me. He also did promotions for a big secular artist or whatnot. You want me to give him tennis lessons?
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
I never knew that.
yeah, man. One of my big homies, he told me a long time ago. He was like, "Bro, quit keeping your worlds apart. Like combine them, because that's what make you dope."
Yeah.
And as soon as I did, stuff started popping off. I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it now." You know what I mean? God don't make mistakes.
So what was you
Wow.
doing prior to launching your tennis business?
Oh, I was a hoe. I was working for everybody else.
Oh, bro, I'm about to say, God.
I was about to take this. You coming down? You colliding worlds with me now. That's what I thought you was about.
Oh, my bad. So I got strong.
You was a hoe. I was a hoe too.
I got strong feelings about entrepreneurship and employment and being used by, you know what I'm saying, certain demographics and all that kind of stuff. So I was like I said, I played professional. I went to college on a tennis scholarship. I played professionally for a little while. I did music the whole time, but and then afterwards I started coaching, and I actually found out I was really good at it. And you know, I got popular. People started to appreciate my talent, but at the same time wanted to limit my payment and where I could go and stuff. And I realized it one day. I was like, bro, like this ain't it. Like it's more somebody. When I first got saved, dude that was leading a Bible study at school, he told me, and it messed with my head. He said, "You're more than a tennis player." I didn't know what that meant. I was like, bro, I'm supposed to be professional. That's it. Like school is a joke. I'm just here until I turn pro. And this was before I got saved, before I cared about music or any of that stuff. And it rocked my world, man. Like I still did a lot of good things in tennis, and I did well for Morehouse, arguably the best player they ever had. But it always was in the back of my head that like there's more to me than this. And I didn't know what that looked like because I've been playing since I was 3. You know what I'm saying? I've been cool. I've been a, you know what I'm saying, I'm a Southside legend. I've been the funny guy. I've been all this other stuff, but like I always been a tennis player too. So like for somebody to tell me I'm more than that, I didn't understand how to take that until.
So who introduced you at 3?
My dad.
Oh, your dad. Your dad was a big tennis player.
Absolutely. He came to this country to play on a tennis scholarship.
Oh.
He could have played. He played. I got family members that play professional, like French Open professional. I got family that's my dad. He could have gone pro in tennis or soccer, but he chose to come to college instead, playing for Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah. So you know. Yeah.
2.0 the tennis player.
Yeah.
So-
Entrepreneur.
So you said that during the whole time you was still doing music. What you doing, CHH, or you was doing secular
In
music?
college, no, I was doing CHH. I didn't really. So story about that. I felt like once I received the Holy Spirit, it also came with the gift of music. But then it was like, it was weird because I always been around music. Like y'all know how y'all go to the family reunion, you got that family member that can dance and that basically perform, and they be, I give you $2 if you do that little dance that they be doing. Do the new TikTok dance. Do the well, I ain't had TikTok back then, but do the dance they doing these days. I give you $5. Your aunties and they laugh and they clap and they root you on and whatnot. I was that kid. So I always been musically inclined. I knew every song that came on the radio when I was a kid. I've been playing the trumpet since I was 8. I can, you know what I'm saying, read music and all that kind of stuff, but I never thought I would be an artist. I never thought I'd be a producer. I never thought I'd do anything with music. Nigerians frown on that stuff. They be like, boy, if you're not a doctor, a lawyer, or somebody making 6 and 7 figures out of college or out of grad school, you're wasting your life.
Wow.
So who are some of your musical influences?
Oh yeah, boy. I gotta say Outkast, man. I'm from East Point, so I, you know.
You heard what this fool said?
Who he said? He said Serena.
Venus and Serena.
Man, shut up.
They got an album to drop.
Right, there you go.
I'm talking John.
There you go. But yeah, I gotta say Outkast, man. Outkast, your T.I.s, your anything from Atlanta, man. The sauce from the city. Those were my influences. Then I also got to give it up to, this was before I got saved. 3 6 Mafia had a pretty big influence. Shout out to my homie Project Pat. You know what I mean? If y'all heard, I got a song with him too.
Yeah. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, everything out the South, man. I am a product of this environment. You know what I'm saying? I like a little bit of the East Coast, like the 90s and the 2000s. Like Jadakiss, he probably one of my favorite rappers.
You don't get that often, yo. People don't know about Kiss.
Oh, lyricists. Yeah. Kiss
I'm
Nasty.
from up top. I'm from New York.
Okay.
So like,
I knew he was nasty.
Yeah, Kiss Nasty. I give it to him.
Top, definitely in my top. I want to say top 7.
Yeah.
Gotta be in my top.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll probably never say this again in public. I was telling my partner earlier. That's why it's coming to my head now. Eminem inspired me to rap. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I felt like if I'm not racist, but I felt like if this white guy from Detroit, from the trailer park can do it, I was like, man, it probably ain't that hard. I probably can figure out how to do this if I really wanted to. And I seen them. I watched 8 Mile, and that's what did it. I didn't know 8 Mile was like a biopic or his story of his real life.
Right.
But I was like, man, he writing lyrics on napkins and pieces of paper. That's all I had when I first started. But like I said, I ain't really get into music until I got the Holy Ghost, and it was like, that's a whole nother story. But basically, it was like, you can't find what you want to listen to, so make it. And I was like, all right, cool. I don't know how to do that. And I started writing on napkins, on notebook paper, anything I could find. So
dang.
Yeah, man, I got tons of stories. Y'all don't get me talking. Yeah.
So did you grow up in a 2-parent household?
Kind of, sort of. Most of the time until I got to high school.
So your parents were married?
Till I got, my mama gonna hate this.
Mama!
If you do the math, you know what I mean, it gets complicated. So yeah, by the time I was old enough to know what was going on, they were married then.
Okay.
It's cool.
Okay.
DJ, what's up?
No, just saying it's cool. But no, seriously, since there wasn't the type of music you was looking for and you had to write it, do you remember your first song?
Yeah, man, it was called Crunk for Christ. Boy, I was ashamed.
You still got it?
You was ashamed, but you weren't ashamed when you wrote it?
No, I wasn't, but I've grown a lot since then, and I don't even know where it is. Like,
oh, you got it somewhere.
So let me get the real story about how I got started. So,
hey, here we go.
See, y'all like his gossip. All right, so
look, this the good stuff.
yeah.
It spins, brother. It spins.
So I started off wanting to be a producer.
Okay.
And I met this homeboy Torian.
Yeah.
We was in a gospel rap group called TNT. And so I was actually homeless at the time. And so he had a microphone and a computer with Fruity Loops on it and Pro Tools on it in his room. So we was at this little prayer meeting or whatnot. And he
This
was
in
like,
college?
yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, well, shoot, if you want to record something, you can come back to my room. Little did he know I ain't have nowhere else to go, so I went back and I stayed there for the next 3 years.
Dang.
But that's another.
No, we getting there. We getting
No, we
there.
getting there.
No, because you really skipping a lot. First of all,
I
how you
am.
came from a 2-parent household, but you was homeless?
Well, I didn't tell you they stayed 2 parents.
Remember he said about
He
to
said-
get to high school.
he said-
to high school.
He
They
said
split,
till
they
high
split when
school.
I was in high school.
Okay, I think I heard that back. I thought you said it was something until high school. I thought you was saying
Yeah.
like they got married when you was in high school.
No. They split by the time I got to high school. But the homeless part came from my mom's a soldier. She's in the military. So I wasn't on speaking terms with my dad, and my mom was out the country. The last thing she did before she got deployed was get me in school. And then I, being a Negro, I got into some antics. This was before I got saved or whatnot. And
What happened?
I lost,
I said, what
That
happened?
was him who said that.
I'm gonna get to him.
You get to it, you get to it.
So I basically lost my scholarship, got kicked out of school, fought my way to get back into school, and they restored me as a student, but they didn't give me all of my scholarship back. I didn't have room and board, and I didn't really have nobody else to turn to because I had to thug it out and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a man, I was like, man, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Mom gone, and we just not gonna go down this road. Let's figure this out.
So
And
what were you standing between the time?
everywhere, but most of the time with touring for like a year or two, and then me and Pops reconnected like the second or third year of that. No, I got cussed out by my auntie because she found out on Facebook. And
That
she-
what? Y'all wasn't talking?
that I was homeless, and she was like, boy, you got too much family, and this is your city, like I love you, like come here, like don't you ever, you know what I'm saying? So I stayed.
Yeah, that was my next question. I was about to say, like, you
She
didn't have
said
no
your
family?
mother-
No, I didn't have a phone. I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? When I got saved, I cut all my ties and I ain't had no money no more. They used to call me hustle man. I used to have lots of things, and when I changed, I didn't have none of that no more. And so
2.0, you jumping around, brother.
I know,
You
man.
jumping
I'm
around
trying.
a lot.
I'm trying not to
No,
make this long, man.
we on your time, brother.
Oh, see. Okay.
Listen,
So,
So I wanna
in
know-
school he got
So
How'd you get kicked out of school? Let's start there. The statute of
And did you
limitations
tell
is
your
up.
mama? What did she say when
Nah, he
you
ain't
told
tell
her
his
from?
mama.
oh,
He ain't
she
telling
finding
mom.
out now.
Oh, that's why you said she about to be mad. That's why you said that.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's water under the
I'ma
bridge.
make
Now
sure
I
she get
graduated,
this video.
so so what happened was, I was a statistic, box Chevy, dreads and gold teeth and all that good stuff. So I'm on the tennis court, highest recruit of the year, but I got a mouthful of gold teeth, and I'm on the tennis court grilling. And I turn my head so that the sun shine off of it and beam in my opponent's face. Like I was that fella.
Nah, that's fly.
Yeah, I was on that though.
That's
so like,
fly. During the game?
yeah,
Oh, that is
yeah.
tough.
That's different.
You know what I mean? I'm from the city, so
Box Chevy. So like, where that money
82
came from?
Caprice.
Where the money came from for that?
he said he was
asking a lot of questions,
He said he was,
Yeah,
he
it's
was
an
a hustle
interview.
man.
I'm supposed to ask the question.
You're right.
Hustle
I was very innovative and found a lot of different ways to make money.
Trap.
I'll tell you two or three.
You're very,
I am.
Yeah, you
Hold on,
are.
check this,
I
check
am.
this. You sold dope?
What?
You sold dope?
I will tell you that I sold books. I sold a Foreman grill. I used to be the candy man. I used to take everything. So I'll give you one of my hustles. So because I was a full scholarship athlete, what I would do is I'd go in the bookstore and I'd buy everything in the bookstore and I'd flip it and I'd sell it to students for cash.
And cut the middle out and put the bags
Absolutely.
inside of it. close
Because
the
a lot
book.
of them, I didn't have to use cash. I was on scholarship. So no, I didn't want that. I didn't want that. so like if you was coming to buy your book for $60, I go in and I buy that $60 book and I say give me $50 for it. It didn't cost me nothing, but I just pocket
Say
$50.
$10, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Or if you need a cord for your computer or something like that, I'll go in there, I'll buy that, and then I come back out and I sell it to you for like $5 or $10 less. So they used to call me. They gave me the name Hustle Man when I got to college.
Hustle man.
So that's what caught up to you that kind of got you in, kicked out?
Nah, the
no.
grill, the grill,
No.
the grill.
No, it was it was that, and then there was a class that I don't think I skipped it. I just didn't. It was something with the registration, and I let it slide, and I thought it wouldn't catch up with me, and it did. So I failed the class. I didn't have enough credits, and they hated that I was a nigga. Like it
Morehouse?
didn't fit. It didn't fit into the Morehouse aesthetic that I was too hood, basically.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like dreads, gold teeth, box Chevy, and then my personality, my character, like I was a whole character out here. You know what I'm saying? And it was becoming a problem because I was intelligent too. So it bothered them because it was like, dude, like how are you so rebellious? But at the same time, we know you have a lot of great potential. That's how you got here.
Yeah.
And they took their first opportunity and they threatened me. Like first they made me cut my hair, and then they said if you want your scholarship back, you have to cut your hair, no more jewelry, and come back with a good attitude.
They can do that?
I don't know. It was a big thing though, but the only thing that made me make the final decision was my mom is over there dodging bullets, and the last thing she did was get her son into college, and I can't call her and tell her that I got kicked out of school over my hair.
Wow.
I can see that.
You know
That's
what I'm
real.
saying?
So how long was your dress before you cut them?
About as long as they are now. No, about right here. They're way longer now, but so but yeah. So after that whole ordeal, I still ended up failing a class or two because I didn't take it serious. Got sent to summer school, couldn't pay for it. Whole bunch of stuff happened. I got back in, but they only restored part of my scholarship. And I got saved like that same year. So I really like that fresh salvation. Like, man, I don't care about nothing. Like, it's just the Lord Jesus Christ, and He's gonna make a way. And it's like, boy, you dumb. Like, you're.
Ill.
Now, He did make a way. He did, but it was some unnecessary decisions that I made too. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't have any room and board, and my mom had bought a house in Clayco, and it wasn't on the MARTA line. So I was like,
yeah.
I'm not technically homeless, but like if I go out there, I'm stuck.
Right.
No car, no money, no, you know what I'm saying, no school.
What happened to the box Chevy?
Oh boy. So the bike Chevy, when I got saved,
like
man,
it hurt,
it did.
He sold it.
It did. So the year I got saved, I cut ties with all my plugs and my hustling ways, and I never forget. This wasn't an '82 Caprice. That one I wrecked. I had an '83 Caprice right after that, and I was on the way to go to a Bible study on campus, and I got to the end of Old National, and the car quit on me. And I thought it was I don't say I'll blame the devil because I don't like that whole rhetoric, but like the car quit on me and I quit on it. I got on the MARTA and I never looked back.
So the car was just sitting there.
It was
the
until they
carburetor.
told it. I don't know what happened. I stopped worrying about it. I was like, I can't afford it anyway. So I just left.
Dang.
Yeah, but man, we talking about the how I got into music.
Definitely, yeah, now we get in that.
Now we
Because
got
we all centered now.
we
Okay.
caught up.
You was
You was
saying
dancing,
like
boy.
I'm like, hold on, wait, when did that happen?
Hey,
Like,
sis,
Yeah.
he was like this.
There you go. yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
Like you was skipping over everything and it didn't go together. I was like, hold on, when did that?
Right. Just dropping little nuggets. Like, okay, but yeah. So I met Torian, recorded my first song, and no, I didn't record a song. I produced the song. I was working on producing a song, and he was like, "Do you rap?" Because he rapped. He grew up in church, and he had been a church rapper since he was like 12.
Dang.
And so I said, no, my goal is to find like a dope artist, and we're gonna change the world with this music. I'm gonna produce, I'm gonna make all the beats, and they gonna rap. I even started writing some so I could give him a head start. And he said, let me see him. And I let him read it, and he was like, bro, this actually pretty good. And he was like, you read him. I said, I'm not a rapper. I don't do this. He said, just try it. So I recorded a song, and he was like, maybe you the artist you've been looking for.
Wow.
And then, from there on, I won't say I used him as a crutch, but he featured on the song, and then we became a group. He featured on 2 songs, and then we became a group. Because I never believed I could actually do it. I was just like, well, I got too much faith to be a quitter. So let me at least try.
So now that you transitioned into CHH, how did your friends around you respond to that? As far as you switching from Hustle Man, being this, doing that, gold tee, dread, like how did they respond to that whole transition?
So I've been solid. Like my whole life I've been solid. So all my friends, they respected it. The people at school that knew me as Hustle Man,
That was mad at you.
No, they weren't mad at me, but they didn't want to let it go because he was such a cool guy.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But it was like I started off as Hustle Man 2.0. And then because I was praying one day, I was in like this chapel that we got on campus, and I was sitting there and God showed me like, I didn't just start being with you once you submitted to me. He showed me that you like, you know, the what's that, Isaiah or Ezekiel, like I knew you before you was in your mother's womb.
Yeah.
And it was like, I've been with you the whole time. Like all your skills, all of your ways, I gave them to you. I made you like that on purpose. And it was like, just because you decided to submit to me now doesn't mean that everything that happened before that was a mistake. And so at that moment I realized, okay, well, I don't have to be a different person. I just have to be redirected. Now that I got Christ, I got to upgrade. You know what I mean? So that's when it was like, oh, okay, Hustle Man 2.0. And then the Hustle Man it overshadowed the 2.0 because folks did not want to let that go. And like, bro, like, you got to connect on this, that, and the third. I did, but it was like, bro, like, let that go. Like, I'm not on that no more. Yeah, so I just dropped the Hustle Man and just stayed 2.0, the upgrade.
I like that.
Me too.
So what year, around what year was that when you were 2.0?
What you mean?
Like what
I've
year?
been 2.0.
Well, you know what I mean. It's like as far as when you did the music. Like I'm trying to follow this timeline of when you started the music. Cause I looked it up. I was like 8 Mile was like 2002. So
No. That was from a memory. It wasn't I just started rapping because I seen 8 Mile. It was like a seed planted.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Then later on in life, probably like 2007, 6, something like that. It was like, oh, shoot. Well, I like gospel rap, and I heard Canton Jones for the first time because before that, when I got saved, it was like all I knew was Fred Hammond and Israel Houghton.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's cool, but
I don't even know that second man.
You ever
Israel?
That's cool.
Yeah, you heard him before. You heard him, but
Huh?
I said that to him before.
You ever heard of Platinum Souls before?
yeah, I know all them folk.
Okay.
Anybody
at that time,
from
that was-
Atlanta?
yeah.
Like I, but the first one
Yeah.
was Canton Jones.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? That's the big homie. So I gotta give it up to him. Like, changed my life. And from then on, I was like, all right, cool. It can be. I went on a search because I wouldn't even open the gospel rap. I wouldn't even open the, you know what I'm saying, none of that stuff before. I didn't know it existed. So.
And how long you been writing and doing CHH music?
Shoot. Probably on the way to 10 years. Been solo since 2016 though.
Okay.
So you were signed first?
Nah, I wasn't ever signed.
Oh, solo. You mean like?
He was in
I was a part of a group.
I was about to say the group.
TNT.
So, height. So,
TNT, yup.
So why y'all broke up?
My partner, man, similar to Outkast, he just he wanted to go do something different.
So which one are you?
Oh, see.
There we go.
It's a combination.
Good question, brother. That was a great one.
Well, hey man, I'm from Atlanta. My boy from Virginia, so I gotta be
That's where we going.
a combination of the two. No, but really, my boy doing comedy now, and he just wanted to take a little hiatus, and we were moving at a rate that wasn't it wasn't compatible with his family dynamic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I feel a burden to keep going. Like, I didn't want to keep slowing down or stopping. I felt like, all right, well, cool. I'll take it from here and I'll just keep on going. So dropped my first solo project in 2016 and I look back.
And y'all still cool?
Yeah, that's my
yeah.
brother. Like, I just talked to him earlier today. Like, that's my brother. Man,
He funny?
this fella, yeah.
Okay.
This fella took me in when I was homeless, man. So it's like,
Oh, yeah, that's a
that's my
different type of
brother,
bond, yeah.
you know what I'm saying, forever. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
In
different
his
bond.
dorm room, he said.
Wherever he was, I was sleeping on the floor. Now, I had other folks who let me sleep on their floor and different things, but it was like, I just want to be able to go to class. You know
What was your
I'm
clothes at?
saying? In the trash bag.
Like you just carried it around with you?
Oh, man. Yes, I did.
Santa Claus.
I did. I mean, but here's the thing. That happened a couple of months after I got saved. So my faith walk was crazy. It is crazy to this day, but that's the foundation of my relationship with God. So it's like I'm trusting God every single day for where to sleep, for what to eat, for where to go next.
Yeah,
I mean, I got stories after stories after stories.
They took your meal plan away too?
Yeah. I'm talking about I walked into the cafeteria and my card didn't work. Beep, beep, beep. Shortly after, I ain't need it though. Shortly after, I got favored with the right people and I ain't never have to pay for no food to this
Hey
day.
man, what's up?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like I tell you another story. One time God was like, I was fasting one day, and then no, I wasn't fasting. I was just hungry.
Yeah.
And God was like, hello.
That's funny.
So I'm sitting on this bench, right? And God was like, go to the library. I'm like, come on. This was right after I found out my meal plan ain't work. It got taken. And I'm sitting, I'm like, I'm hurting.
weak.
I'm like, come on, man. God say go to the library. I'm like, bro, I ain't into no books right now. I'm trying to figure out
I know that's right.
what I'm gonna eat. I talked to God like that. So I went, and they was shooting a commercial for some chicken fingers from, I think, from McDonald's at the time or something like that. All you can eat if you sign this waiver and get into the commercial. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry, God. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That was my meal for
And you just did it.
DJ. Pull that
I
video
just
up.
did it. I just did it.
Pull that video up, DJ.
Let's see if I can
Pull it
find
up.
Video.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just play.
But
many chicken
yeah, I
nuggets?
mean, stories after stories. Like, I ain't have nothing but some old Dickie suits, and that's what I was on, and some leftover clothes from when I was hustle man. And I ain't have no coat, and it was cold. That it was getting ready to be wintertime, and I'll never forget. This is gonna be weird. I ain't never said this publicly, but they was like, this girl want to see you, want to talk to you, and I was like, man, I ain't even trying to fool with it. I'm like, I'm you know what I'm saying? I ain't on that tip right now. I'm trying to get closer to God. I ain't really trying to. I'm gonna have to let her down easy. Man, how about I got to her and she had bought me a coat?
Dang.
I didn't have no coat. I'm going to church in short sleeve Dickie suits. That was my suits at the time, like shorts in November, because that's all I had, and white tees. And she seen me go to church enough, and she said, God moved on my heart to buy you a coat. Now it's cheap. Now I'm used to name brand, you know what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff. And this jacket was ugly. I'm talking about.
What did it look like, bro?
It was brown and black. It was like a varsity jacket. So it was black, but it was like fake leather. It was black, and then it had
Doodle brown
sleeves.
Dang.
Yep. When I tell you, and God humbled me, because when I accepted the coat, at first I was like, man, I ain't really finna fool with it. Like, I got more pride than that. I'm homeless, ain't got nowhere to stay, but like, I gotta be fly. You know what I'm saying? That coat became my blanket, my pillow, and the warmest piece of clothing that I had at that time and for the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through so much stuff, not in a negative way, but like just God rearranged my value system and the things that I came to appreciate. Like, I'm big on homeless ministry and prison ministry now because I've experienced that stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I was entitled, but I wasn't aware of some of the things. Like, we don't even know how much it means to somebody to let them finish, to give them the dignity to finish their speech. I may not have $1 to give to you, but at least making eye contact and allowing you to share with me what you wanted to say to me, because you are a human being too.
Wow.
I didn't have that understanding until I went through it, and I was like, man, y'all looking at me like like I did something wrong because I ain't got no money right now. Asking for money at the gas station, but it wasn't until I went through it that I had that perspective. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, man. All right.
So why not at the time get a job?
I can't get a job and go to school because I didn't have any transportation. Well, I could have rolled MARTA, but it's like, I didn't have no money. I had no source of income to get there. I didn't have nobody that I could have called to borrow. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like my number one priority right now is school. And if I focus on getting money, then I'm only going to focus on getting money. I didn't feel like I could do both.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's fast forward a little bit. You said you graduated.
Yep.
Still going through what you're going through. Still homeless after graduation.
Kind of, sort of. Not long. I made a challenging decision. I got married a week after I graduated. Didn't last forever.
So let's go back a little bit then.
Yeah, where she came from?
Yeah.
This ain't the one that bought you the coat.
I was just
No. Boy, that's a negative.
Now I'm cuddled up under the coat. And
Nah. No.
Thank you, baby.
No, it was my oldest two kids, their mom. And dope human being, very talented. There was this thing called the AUC Drama Ministry. So like, I was in leadership of like an organization that was the organization that all the Christian organizations kind of fed into and partnered up to be under. You know what I'm saying? To make one super organization. And so we used to see each other a lot, and I shot my shot on Valentine's Day because everybody can't be your sister. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't your brother, everybody ain't your sister. I was like, me and Torin, well, we notorious for getting into trouble, but we was like, hey, bro, like, you ask her and I'm gonna ask her. And he didn't do it, but I did. He didn't do it. He did. But I, you know what I'm saying? It turned out to be a good situation. She was a dope Valentine. And one thing led to another, man, and we just kicked it heavy. I was very immature and young, and it didn't work out. We got divorced eventually, but we had 2 beautiful kids. And it was a lot of holes in my manhood that I didn't know was there until, you know. But I'm a man of faith, so I jump in the situation. I be like, it's gonna work out. Yeah. And God graced it, and I learned now. I know way better now. But at the time though, it wasn't. I don't think it was a wise decision.
That's real to say.
It is.
Yeah, most people won't keep it real like that.
Hey man, I'm a real fella.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about all the stuff that's going on with especially all these Atlanta artists dying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, okay. I don't know if, you know, some of these people you really messed with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my time was like Trouble. You know, Trouble just recently died. That's my time. That's not your time. You know, your time was like Outkast, stuff like that.
Dang. Golly.
She trying to call you old, bro.
Right.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, Trouble was more my time.
That was my childhood, but I get what you're saying.
That was your childhood?
Yeah.
Childhood?
She trying to figure out how old you are.
I don't know if that was your childhood.
Outkast
You know how
definitely was middle school.
Oh, you said Outkast. I'm thinking you talking about Trouble.
No. Trouble was like.
You was kind of like college.
Yeah, I was definitely in college,
like up there.
but I wasn't listening to secular music or nothing like that. You know. To anything that wasn't Jesus.
I just,
Got him.
Since I know you're gonna edit this, it's a joke.
Okay, I ain't editing nothing.
No, I said I know Selena don't Selena edit this.
Nope,
it's
a joke.
It's a joke.
It's cool. Go ahead.
So you got Trouble.
Yeah.
You got Dolph.
Yeah.
Take Off just yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how does this, like, does it affect you in any type of way? Does it make you feel any type of way? Like,
so my perspective on it is all the OGs said you can't be a rapper and a trapper at the same time. Them 2 lifestyles not gonna work out good because they just don't. But I don't know. I'll say it like this. It doesn't bother me because those are decisions and lifestyles you know what I'm saying, I think are behind me. Mm-hmm. So it's like anybody can get caught in a situation, but you can't really, when it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It sucks that people getting caught up like they getting caught up. But at the same time, it's like, man, do we believe in God or not? Like, is God in control or not? Like they say, Takeoff was shot by friendly fire.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was killed by his own people. So it's like, all right, well, was it really the dice game? You know what I'm saying? Or was it just happenstance? You know what I'm saying? The same thing. It's not the same thing with Trouble's situation. It was like it was the woman's fault because she didn't. You know what I'm saying? She was sloppy on they dealings. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, that could have happened to anybody. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I'm gonna give a deep answer. I'm gonna pick the deep answer. I think I believe in God too much to be afraid of the pattern. You know what I'm saying? I do think that there are some conspiracies, some intentionality. There's a lot of different. And you go on Instagram long enough, you're gonna see people. Oh, he died close to his birthday, and his birthday was close to Takeoff birthday, and they had the same ring, and they was under the same distribution company, and people start connecting dots that you didn't even know existed. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, either we with God or we not, or either we believe God or we don't. That God is in control of our time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I hope that was clear.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I do. In some way, shape, or form, feel like a lot of things, like when situations like this happen, is like, oh, you know, God wanted it to happen that way.
I can't say that. I'm not.
So that's not what you're saying.
No.
Okay.
I ain't one of them.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, I'm not one of those guys. But what I do believe is that, man, it's like, let's just say I walk out tonight and I get hit by a bus. What are the chances?
Yeah.
Are you gonna say, "Oh man, them the rappers live a dangerous lifestyle"? That's another rapper that died in less than 24 hours. Or you just gonna be like, "Dang, bro, I guess it was his time." I hope he did everything he was here to do. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the perspective that I have. It's like, man, like I've seen a lot of death in these last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and right now. So like, I ain't gonna say I'm numb to it, but it's made me change my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that mud. Like my granddad just died last year Thanksgiving. It's coming up on the 1 year anniversary, and it's like, granddad was an OG, but he made his decision. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you feel sad that he's gone?
Yeah.
But at the same time, ignore the reality of his decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's like he went septic. I don't know if you know, like when you diabetic and you don't want to go through dialysis and your blood doesn't get clean, your kidneys stop working, and all the impurities stay in your body until your body can't handle it anymore. He said, I don't want to do no dialysis. And it's like, it's a couple different ways you can look at it. I choose to see a man who lived and died on his own terms.
Exactly. I was about to say that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I don't want to do that. I don't want to function like that. He always been, boy, I could talk about my but he always been like that kind of person. I'm gonna do what I want to do and not do it and deal with the consequences. And so it's like, how many times have you been to a dice game and not been worried about getting shot or stabbed? If you really been out there, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not questioning your hood credibility, but like every time I see a dice game, I know it's a possibility of it could go left.
Man,
because it's
a group of Negroes that can go left.
I mean, well, you stereotype. but like when it's money involved, when it's money involved, things get hectic. Pressure comes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a chance that you have to that you decided to take.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my condolences to the family, man. But life and death is something that we really don't control. So it's like, for me to have a real feeling about it.
But then there's also and we're gonna go on break. There's also a level of the energy you put out into the world too, man. I feel like that's a big thing as well.
It is, but I can't speak on that because I don't know, buddy.
Well, I'm just saying, like, well, that's true.
I don't know.
I don't speak on nothing I can't.
But I'm talking about energy through actions, music, the way you move, the like. Let's be real.
Yeah.
That's another aspect of it where I'm just like, that's tough. Like, at what point do we, like, reevaluate what we're putting out into the ecosystem that's also fueling the ecosystem in a negative way?
I respect that, but I had another partner who died last year, and he ain't never did nothing by nobody.
Well, there's also that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like they killed him dirty. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dang, bro, like he was a good dude. Just got married. One of the owners have been broke before. My partner Dez. We went to school together. And
he was
a
follower of Christ. He was a follower of Christ.
I don't know. I don't know. Last time I talked to him, I was congratulating him and giving him some tips about marriage.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I just.
There
I feel so weird about death because, like, okay, even taking what you just said, right? You know, your friend, he never did wrong by nobody, but, you know, it's important to know if he was a follower of Christ or not, because if he wasn't, it don't matter if you didn't do wrong by nobody, you still wasn't living for God. So you living for yourself, so you living for Satan. Period. Sure. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this the part that I'm still asking God this. I don't really know. I know for a fact as a believer, we will not leave this earth until our assignment is finished. For sure. We won't. It just can't happen to us. It won't happen to us. I used to be fearful of death, but ever since God told me that, like, you will not leave before your assignment is up. Once God told me that, I used to have dreams about, because I'm from the east side. All my friends died by bullets. So I used to have, like, dreams of, like, me getting shot in the head. Like, I used to have these dreams. I used to be so fearful. Like, when I moved to my first spot for myself, I used to be so fearful of somebody just coming in, taking over, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when God told me, you will not die until your assignment is up, it's when I finally like felt the protection of God, and I was like, this cannot happen to me because my assignment is not over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? God, it's still prophecies that aren't fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
It's still dreams and vision that God has given me that I haven't done yet.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to like, I don't know, like even this whole, you know, takeoff thing, or like just people dying in general that don't have a relationship with God. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna move on past this, but people that don't have a relationship with God, it's like, I don't even think it's about. I don't even know how to say it for real. Like,
I got you. So basically what you're saying is they didn't accept their assignment. So they don't have that same promise to them.
Like even what you were saying when you was like, God, you know, he chose the time for us to go. But at the same time, yes, because you know, this is what the words say too, but at the same time, even when it's necessarily not time for you to go, but because of, you know, the demonic spirits that's attached, the oppression, the things that you're around, how you're living your life, you can get taken out faster than God even wanted you to.
And that's true. And I was going to say something. It was a post that Legacy sent in the group chat, and somebody spoke on Takeoff not being a Christian.
Oh, Chastity.
Yeah. So.
Huh?
Yeah. So the moment I heard it,
I thought Takeoff was a Christian.
Exactly my point.
Because I heard him talk about God and like
it's not even him talking about God. He said it. And see, I was an interview I watched probably about a year ago about it, because I like seeing the artists outside of the music when the interviews is just deep questions, and then like life, what happened in life, so you can get to know them as a person. And I'd like look at them like, man, this guy's crazy. Like, think how much good you could do on this side if you know X, Y, and Z. But anyway, when I looked at that post, bro, immediately when she said what she said, I stopped the video.
What she said?
She said that something about him not being she was saying something about Christians saying something, but him not being a Christian, whatever, right?
Being a believer. So I stopped the video and went to go find it. And I took the video clip and I'm gonna send it to her. Because one thing I'm gonna tell anybody, it don't really matter. Don't talk about nothing you don't know about.
Yeah.
Because she said she don't know him and she don't listen to his music.
But she came to a conclusion of him not being,
and you can't
believe it. But
him not this, because his walk with God don't look the way you expect. I hate people.
Right.
I'm not going to say.
Who is this?
I can't stand people like that.
Who said this? Who's the video?
I'm not going to hold on one second.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gonna put her at, man. You gonna send a whole lot to her address.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do all that. I say this. He the one.
You gonna send a lot of hate to her address.
I don't want to.
No, I'll do it. Sure.
So what I'm saying is, like, you just. And I'm not saying that I don't know his lifestyle choice outside of his music. Like 2.0 said, I don't know what he's doing outside of the music.
And you don't know what a person's walk is like. Like, yo, why do we feel? And we gotta go on break. Producer looking at us crazy. Why do we feel like
somebody calling you?
Whenever when you get saved, or the way you got saved, has to look like this in order for it to be valid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has to be this way, or else you're not really saved. Bro, the way you walked with God is different from how I got saved and how I walked with God. He may be, he came and met you where you at.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? He met all of us where we at.
Mm-hmm.
My walk probably took 15 years for me to be where I'm at, sitting here on this type of platform. It probably took you 4. It probably took you 2 months. It probably took you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But who am I to say or judge and say, oh, you taking 15? Man, you not really walking with God.
We can't say
no,
that.
we can't do that.
Yeah.
I think that, I think you can't take somebody like, Takeoff, who say, he let it be very known. He let it be. I been knew before he died, like he was a Christian. Like, he let it be very known that he loved God, that he had a relationship with God, that he's a Christian, whatever. Now, how you choose to live your lifestyle, knowing that this is your relationship with God, that's up to you.
Exactly.
But I think the balance today is, I do have an issue with the people who have Christian-based things and they're very lukewarm.
I was one of them.
That's the balance to it, because, and I'm gonna be real, right?
What do you mean by that?
I'm finna tell you. I'm gonna be real, right? So
we gotta go on break. I was looking at us crazy.
We can split it up some type of way, right? We can do
Yeah,
something.
Just go.
So
We'll make it work.
So for example, I'm gonna give an example before I even say what I want to say. For example, right? Do y'all know B Simone?
Yes.
Yeah.
B Simone, her best friend
Love her.
Megan, they got a
Whoa, whoa.
podcast. Love her. I
Them.
love them too, but I won't be watching their podcast. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm about to tell you.
Not piece of
So this is. I have no problem against them. They are great women of God, very talented. Their platform, they're using their platform as a Christian-based. It's great.
It's a Christian-based podcast?
Yes, it's called
No, for sure.
No for Sure. And
KNOW
Yes.
or NO.
KN.
Okay.
Okay.
and all their conversations be about God. They have they have a lot of people on there. They have these talks about. They had Tabitha Brown on there talking about God.
Auntie Tab.
They have a lot of Christian women on there, even men too. They have a Christian-based podcast, whatever.
Okay.
And this is my issue. When I first got back from Texas, the main thing y'all heard me talk about a lot was God was really dealing with me about lukewarm Christians. I went to almost a month Bible college in Texas with the circuit riders, and I just learned so much. When I got back, God just was really talking to me about lukewarm Christians. And just the space, like how Selena would say, like in that video that Selena did about should Christian women twerk or whatever, we all know that the Bible doesn't say it's a sin to twerk, but because of where she is and what she's been delivered from, if she even does it or see it, it put her in a space. So that's her conviction. That's what she got from it. That's what she do. So this is that. They are a Christian-based podcast, but they're very lukewarm Christians. They still live for the world. They still have one foot in the church and one foot out. Although their messages are great, although, you know what I'm saying, God can tell them something. They say it perfectly on their platform. Because of where I came from and how lukewarm I was, I can't listen to them. So for example, I was watching one of their most recent ones. They prayed in, we talking about healing today, how God be healing us, whatever. Before we get into that, we had a time last night. The bottle's still up under the table. We was drunk and I'm like,
Okay.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and at first in my mind, I was like, you know what? This not for me, but maybe a new believer. And I'm like, no, not even a new believer should be listening to that, because then they would think that this is okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I am saying it's not okay. It's not okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
why
okay.
I said go ahead.
I was definitely gonna say it's okay, but no, it's really not okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're saying like this is a Christian-based podcast and these are things that we're going to be talking about on here, and we're going to be representing God, and we're going to be having these people on here who's doing X, Y, and Z, because of your platform and because of the people the audience that you're trying to attract, somewhere you have to choose a lifestyle. You got to choose one. You have to fully surrender. Like, you have to choose one.
I agree.
Like, a compromised believer, a compromised servant is no good for the kingdom.
And I agree. And that's why I was going to say, even though he confessed, I don't know I don't know this lifestyle. But you got to judge the tree by what? The fruit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me throw this out there though. There are a lot of people who have influence who ain't done growing yet.
Fact.
And so it's really tough, and I've kind of
That's really good.
I'm pulling
Exactly.
I'm pulling away from it, because like when I met Project Pat for real, we did our first interview. But when I tell you he's saved, like super saved, and we had our first interview together like probably like a month after the verses that he went out with 3 6 Mafia, and it's like, wait a minute, the 3 6 they for real about that. It was like, but I'm a PK though. Like, when I tell you this man loves the Lord, but and he was like, when he was asked about his walk and how he came to Christ, he was like, man, I've been new. He's like, my dad don't minister. Know the word. I've been through the word. I just did what I wanted to do.
Right.
And then he was like, man, God was dealing with me. I got to a point, and it was like, man, it's time to quit playing with this. And so that even spoke to me, because it's like, not to be judged. I mean, I think all of us have these pious moments where we feel like we should judge the saints, and there's scriptures that support that. But the reality of it is, man, like, none of us have the right to judge process.
Yep.
We can
Exactly.
judge fruit, and make an intelligent decision. You know what I'm saying?
That is good.
Yeah.
We can't judge process because where you are in your process may have you smoking a box of cigarettes and cussing folks out, not knowing that you really don't want to be that way, but you're really in a generational curse and that's all you saw. And it's like, man, I'm cussing you out, but I ain't cut you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really got a pistol in my pocket. I ain't shoot you. I ain't cut you. I did not slit you with this.
So really, that's growth.
But you don't know if you don't know the whole story.
The point.
All you know is what you see. You know the surface.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We can judge fruit, but don't judge
the
can't judge the process.
Yep.
Bro, that is the answer.
And that's why I said I like seeing
Don't judge a person's process.
the interviews from artists because it's an inside
You
look
get
a
to
little
see
bit.
yeah.
And then when I saw that, and from when I saw the Migo interview, I was like, dang, that's what's up, man. I'm gonna pay attention to dude because I want to see.
And he make
his
it known
growth.
in front of in front of his group too. Like he's
That's what
making
I'm
it known. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for growth, spiritual maturity.
Absolutely.
But where you are in your walk with God, if God tell you specifically you can't watch
Yeah.
that, you can't do that. That's
Exactly.
your personal conviction.
Exactly.
That's what you can do. But you don't put it onto others. Like my best friend, she loved him. I'm not gonna tell her, oh, you need to stop watching him. Da da da. No,
Right.
that's where you are.
Yeah.
This is where me knowing how lukewarm I was for a very long time.
Yeah, I can't.
I just can't.
I'll be challenging
Yeah, that's
people.
good.
I'll be challenging people who like that because I'm like, if that's the case, then do it across the whole board.
And it's so annoying when people that really gets under my skin, bro. Like your progress or your process isn't gonna look the same as everybody else, but for some strange reason, Christians expect the process to look the same.
Right. How you know where I'm supposed to be
Bro,
at?
that's
Exactly.
And how you know where I'm at right now
Yeah.
that
Ain't where
I
I'm supposed to
don't
be.
really genuinely love God.
Right,
Yeah.
you don't.
Oh, you're not a believer. You're not
That
a this
joint gotta
because
stop, bro.
man, that joint drives me nuts,
Yeah.
bro. I'm like, this don't even make no
He
sense.
spoke a little bit about a recent project that he did with Project Pack. I'm just trying to figure out how did that come about. Like, what you saw him one day and then he was like, "Hey man, jump on the song."
Nah, definitely not. He don't even function like that.
Okay.
But so somebody tagged me in a post that he made on Instagram, and I reached out to him like, "Hey, bro, what make you want to do a gospel rap song?" And I was curious. I was like, because immediately I was concerned. I was like, man, this ain't something that folks just run into.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If it ain't sexy, you don't get a whole lot of fans, you don't get a whole lot of money. Why would you want to do? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, God just been dealing with me. And from then on, I was like, man, forget the music, like, bro, like,
Let's connect.
I would like to offer myself as a brother in Christ. And I know I ain't, you know what I'm saying, but just another outlet, it's another option. If you want to talk about anything faith-wise or just kind of chop it up, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully something I've been through might be able to help you or whatnot. And we kept talking, and eventually it got down to it. I forgot I said something like, bro, I don't even want to. I ain't really want to bring up music. Like, I probably ain't even got enough to interest you, enough leverage to interest you in doing a song with me anyway. But like on some brother in Christ type stuff, like, bro, like you know what I'm saying? I didn't just lead with that. Now that sounds like an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like, bro, like, shoot, let's do something. And one thing led to another, and we had the song, My Story.
That's tough.
That's the name of the
man.
song, My Story.
It's called My Story. Because I wanted to be real. Like, I always, anytime I collab with somebody, I always want it to make sense. I don't want it to be. God showed me something a while back that, like, there's a level of, I don't want to just say ministry, but there's a level of him that's going to be revealed in collaboration. So like working with people, they'll be able to see a different side of God that they don't get to see in their regular circles. Because a lot of times people function a certain kind of way because they've never seen better. And so I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, I am the role model of Christ or anything, of a Christian or anything like that. But it's like, bro, like, everybody does the same thing in the hood until they see somebody bold enough to do something different. Let's not even make it a hood, in a community, in a social circle. Mm-hmm. When you in high school, everybody look at girls the same way because everybody's doing it. Everybody talk the same way, and you start cussing in third grade because everybody else doing it. You know what I'm saying? Or if you wait that long, you know what I'm saying? Like all kind of stuff comes from peer pressure. So for me, it was like, well, shoot, I'll be different, and I wouldn't mind being a different person for whoever. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah.
The beauty about something that you just said that struck gold with me is the fact that you took time to build a relationship with this person.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of artists out here, like, all they do is try to utilize or try to piggyback off of people for the resources that they have, piggyback off of people for what they could potentially do for them.
Yeah, they moving because they ain't never had nothing.
And it's like, like they don't spend time to build a relationship. They pushing it's all ulterior motive. They pushing their music on you. They pushing this. It's like, this. But it's just like, have you spent time building with a person first? You know what I mean? And letting God make those connections and knitting it in a deeper way, and then watch what it unfolds into. You see what I'm saying? So that was really powerful when you said that. You've been in CHH for a little while. What's one main thing that you think CHH is missing as an entire community?
Me.
You been here.
Right.
What you talking about?
So low key, like, I have been here, but it's like everybody know me. Yeah. But it's we have a mentality of like this. We have this banner that we try to fall under, and I say we because I can't divorce myself from it. You know what I'm saying? We all the body of Christ, CHH, gospel rap, all whatever you want to call it. But there's like this. I want to be cool and I want to be exalted because we are a group of rejects. We're not accepted by the world, so let's make ourselves as cool as possible to each other. Let's go out and go to these churches and we want them to see us as cool. Now, I've been cool for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, to this day, you know what I mean? I don't have a problem getting people to listen to me, to respect me or anything like. And I'm not, because it's gonna sound real bad. So let me change that. So it's different when you can be what and who you are without having to need anything to affirm you from that same person, if that makes sense. So it's like I can go and do my song and it's like, man, yes, it does feel good to be co-signed, to be, oh man, he hard, he anointed, he got the oil, and he can rap. His songs are good. I like his songs. It's my favorite song. But it's like, man, is that why you started it? Because a lot of folks say I started it because God gave me something to say. And then when it's like, but they don't like your music. But did God give you something to say? Are you saying it because God gave you something to say? Or are you saying it because you want people to cheer and clap for you and to appreciate it? Wow. And it's weird. It's a weird dynamic because when you do it on this side, you're not going to always get the love. But it's like we trying to make it sexy. And I'm not saying it's wrong to, but we make it so much about, oh, he ain't popping. It's like, man, bro, ain't popping. It's like, okay. You're not popping when you go into this demographic because the word that God gave you is not for these people. But when you go into where you're sent to and you accept your assignment, then it's like,
this is different.
I can't say, I'll watch myself. But it's like, golly, it's like it works here. Yeah. It works here because you were sent there. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you. I'm telling on myself, that was my hardest thing with accepting being a part of this community, because it's not about the message. It's not about Christ. It's about your assignment. And the only person that really appreciates that is God. Because it's like I said, I go into a lot of circles. A lot of people know me. A lot of people, I've been in a lot of rooms and can go in a lot of rooms. And it's like the artistry is not necessarily appreciated the same way there than it is in a prison, in a homeless shelter, in a school, in the city of Atlanta. Right. You know what I'm saying? In an open mic. And it's not even because it doesn't have anything to do with the music. It has to do with the message for the right people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And being okay with it.
One thing I can say about 2.0 is that he's out in the streets. Like, you had something going on with kids where he was blessing kids with studios at the house. I'm talking about computers
from Four Seasons.
I'm talking
I used to stay in Four Seasons. I was a kid lady.
Okay.
In Horseshoe.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know about the
Hustle Man Lee.
I used to work at Thomasville, so a lot of my kids I mentor like the whole school, so they all.
Oh, you used to work at Thomasville?
Yeah, for a couple years.
That's crazy. So he does that. He goes to the open mics, like we're gonna say secular open mics. So he's out there in the streets, giving this message that God gave him, and he does prison ministry and homeless. We're getting too caught up in this church stuff. No disrespect.
That's facts.
my slogan is coming out of the 4 walls to bring it to y'all. I ain't trying to be in the church.
You trademark that yet? You need to trademark that.
Yeah,
So tough.
shoot.
That's hard.
That's tough.
I ain't gonna say
And again, not to pee on anybody else's parade.
Right.
If that's what you do, that's what you feel like you called to do. Hey, go
But
do that.
Everybody
be
ain't
strong.
called to do like.
yeah, that's true.
Like-
But that ain't none of my business.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
so somebody come to you, they want you to feature on one of their songs, and you hear the song,
Mm,
and it's like real bad, like real bad,
real
How
bad.
bad?
real bad.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Alright.
I already
Honest
know what you're
truth
gonna
now.
Honest truth.
Womp, womp,
If
womp.
I respond at all, because I don't really want to leave folks on red. Like I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling the track. I just because here's the thing. I told y'all rapping. I felt like I got the rapping as a part of my gift with the Holy Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't. I be super deep about how I use it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, if I don't connect with the vision for what you're trying to do, and I'm trying to learn the business side, how to incorporate that deep stuff with the business side. I just got management and people to be mean for me. But it's like, man, like it's not fair. It's unequally yoked for me to have put so much into this brand. Like I done lost my family. I done been homeless. I done lost a lot of stuff to be able to say the things that I say and do the things that I do. And it's like, man, you started yesterday and you just do this for fun. And you want me to share what I do, the platform, you know what I'm saying? What I do with you. And it's like, unless it's a Holy Ghost move on me to do it and be a part of it, I'm not interested because I don't play with this. I take it very, very serious. And it's like I don't even have freestyle in public. Not because I can't, but it's like, man, like I be trying to make sure that I'm doing the right things with my gift, that I don't never get so caught up in it that, and maybe I'm super deep, I'll be that, but like I don't want to ever get so caught up in the gift that I lose sight of the purpose that I got it for. You know what I'm saying? The gifts and callings come without repentance because they are to serve a well, I don't want to preach the whole thing, but like they come to go with a purpose.
Yeah.
And once you get away with that purpose and you get swallowed up by the gift, then it's like you got church like we got church today.
So do you think there's a healthy in between balance?
Absolutely. I don't know what it is, but I know it is.
Okay, because that's what I was about to say. Like, yeah, because I feel like
have fun with it. You got to exercise and flex.
And then like, you know what I'm saying? Like from I feel like from children we have these things in us. Like you said, for example, like you said, you know, you always been the one that was knowing all the songs and doing all the whatever, never knowing that you was gonna be an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the same way. Like I hate when people mess up words on songs.
Yeah, that ain't what they said.
That's exactly what I'm like, bro. That's not what that song say. I hate when people mess up, not knowing that like eventually I was gonna be doing music. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like from children we know what we're gonna do because we have a passion for it. And I feel like it's a healthy balance in between when like you can have fun with it, you know that it's your passion, but it's also serving purpose too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I wanna tell you what to do, but I feel like you need to find a healthy balance in between so that you can still have fun with your gift. Don't be deep about it. Like somebody be like, you should freestyle. You know, don't be like,
I had a beat for him too.
Right now? Can I freestyle right now? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that deep.
I receive it. I'm more likely to be like, what do I talk about? Where do I go with it? Because I'm a recovering Negro. There's a part of me that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it.
I don't know. I'm if I get loose, I guarantee you I'm gonna offend somebody.
Okay, so basically what I was saying earlier, yours is a different reason.
Yeah.
You not wanting to freestyle or do your gifts for other reasons is because of your past life.
For sure.
It's not really about you being super deep, so you need to stop saying it. It's not about you being super deep. It's about your past life. You ain't trying to go back.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I got convinced. Same thing with me being funny. I was a funny guy. I roast people, and it's like if I get too loose, I know it's gonna go too far. So I just humbly bow out. Cause I know me.
No, I get that. Like I be telling him all the time. I got a little brother. He just got introduced to God, and he like dumbed his personality all the way down.
Yeah,
And I'm like, maybe, but now that he like a year and some change in now he getting like I'm on the phone with him. Now we do our normal dance. You know what I'm saying? Like he getting back funny.
He got a good role model.
Oh,
I really appreciate that.
You don't know it's okay until you see somebody be okay. Though. You know
and that's
what
why I be having to try to tell him. But he thought that me still like playing around and being me and still being funny and not
lukewarm.
taking my person. He really thought that.
He was lukewarm.
He really thought I was being lukewarm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for real. But I
who-
had to show him like. You don't just because you got a relationship with God, it doesn't take your person. God still gave us our personality.
We're gonna say this last thing real quick.
Don't try to throw me in it.
Yes.
No, you get
Yes.
thrown in. Your mic ain't on anyway.
My God. What's up?
One thing I can say about 2.0, as long as I've been, he been in a lot longer. I've seen him move differently than a lot of people, and I respect it. He ain't trying to be up under everybody, or it's not one of those things that he trying to just jump over where everybody else at. He's in his own lane. To me personally,
Yeah.
so I respect that out of you a whole lot, bro. Like seriously,
I appreciate
I
that,
pay
man.
attention, even though you think I'll be watching. I be watching.
I got that just from the show though.
Exactly.
Today.
No, you
point.
can
Yeah.
tell.
A
You can
whole
tell
lot
the
different.
integrity he got about himself. Like,
And that's even with his music, like he just don't be throwing a lot of stuff out of there. But that again, we talked about that before. But
Y'all fool with me now. I'm dropping weekly now.
yeah, talk about
Whole lot of two campaign. You know what I mean?
whole lot of two. What's that about?
It's a whole lot of two, man. It's B 2.0. This is the year 2022. That's a lot of twos in that number.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm dropping weekly. I'm playing the algorithm game. I felt like I'm sitting on a lot. And low key, man, with all this stuff going on, I just had two sons too, like during the pandemic, a 1-year-old and 2-year-old. And I really felt like
Wait, time out.
No, he had twins. I thought it was twins.
No, they weren't twins.
Oh.
I know you had twins. What
Pandemic
they
wasn't
had?
that long now.
He always skipping over stuff like you just be.
Yeah,
Yo, skip it. Just
yeah, I know. Hey, listen, I moved. He
Man.
told you I moved different now.
my fault.
Nah, but
I told you.
Clearly.
But I started thinking about the reality of like, man, I could be gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And what would I leave behind of what God gave me? And I really been big on legacy. That's been big to me lately. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, make sure that you're empty. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I got, I'm trying to get it off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I went there too.
No. I'm talking about just.
Legacy.
I mentioned that to the group probably a couple weeks ago. I was talking to God, and he was just like, "Yo, like, empty the tank.
yeah, it's time.
Empty
Like,
the tank. Like, what are you waiting on? You
Yeah.
have everything you need. What are you waiting on? Empty the tank." I was like, "Dang, you right.
Yeah.
You right.
Shoot, take it a step further since we're here now. What really got me was the reason I was holding back was because I was afraid that I didn't have enough to do it right. But every step that I'm in week 5 now. Every step that I've taken, I've had everything that I needed. The promotions person I mentioned earlier, he came on board as a tennis client like the week that I started. Or the second week that I started. He was like, "Oh, bro." He was like, "Hey, bro, like, I don't even really listen to this," but he was like, "Man, you dope. Like, I like your music. Like, I want to help you. This is what we can do, and this is how we can move it around and get you on these playlists and do this and do that. And I'm gonna tell you how to move." And I was like, "Man, thank you, cause it's a whole lot to do by yourself.
By yourself, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?" But again, he sent once I started taking steps. Once I started to drop, I was like, "Bro, I got plenty of music. Like, let's run it." He was like, "Okay, well, yeah. Now that I see you doing something, I have something to help."
Yeah.
So,
I got what you said, bro.
yeah,
That's facts.
Yeah,
2.0, man. Let them know they can follow you. Find you. Enjoyed yourself, man.
I did, man. I'm trying not to be long when I be talking.
you
too
good,
much.
Nah, you good, bro.
Y'all making
We
me
a
feel
hybrid,
like-
man.
Real comfortable.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, we gotta get Ebony
another-
on.
None of that.
another
Oh,
one?
she said you
Another
actually do
segment?
talk too much. Okay, So-
What?
I'll just play it.
Cut your mic on, sis. Cut your mic on. Okay, cool. 2.0. Let them know where they can follow you, man.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully you enjoyed yourself, bro.
I did.
I feel like there's a whole another part 2.
Yeah, he got
We
to come
got to
back.
do the 2.0 of the interview for real.
I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a part 2.
Can we get Hustle Man though? Because I just want to talk about
You might want to do a character, bro.
I just want to talk about can we just do 2 sides? Like you just come in one time, then we do like 30 minutes of that, then you come in and walk in again. And then
What
we
you
just do
expect from Hustle Man?
I just really want to know.
house. Watch your mouth.
I want
Two
to.
ends.
I want to know the
With the
hustles.
goals.
The hustles?
Yep.
Oh no, some of that stuff I'm gonna take to the grave. Like,
Yeah. See, look at it. You trying to trying to get this.
Come on, now you from 4C. You supposed to know better than
I'm not
that.
from Four Seasons.
Oh, you said you stayed.
I'm
from the east side,
but I
though.
lived in Four Seasons.
You from the east side, so you should know
He
anyway.
looking at you like, you eat the same thing?
What?
You said okay. You stayed there, but you're not from there.
Yeah, I've lived there, but
Okay.
I'm from the east side.
Okay, I respect that as much as I can. So
All right.
no.
Not very much.
But I'm.
This interview was great.
Oh,
We're going
wow.
to catch you guys.
Oh wow.
Let him
Next
know
week.
they
No.
can follow.
But yeah, you got it for you.
I appreciate
For the foe. The number 2, the word point 0 TNT. That's 2 POINT 0 TNT, and you can find that on all streaming, all social media platforms. It's the same thing across the board. Appreciate it. Number 1 me.
Awesome. All right, man. So listen, Fresh Leftovers family, y'all know what's popping, man. Make sure you go on and support 2.0. Make sure you download, stream. He dropping something new every single week.
Every week. through
Every
New
week.
Year's.
Every week. All right, whole lot of 2.
Yes,
right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right, make sure
what's
y'all
up.
tap in, man. It was a pleasure, man. I heard a lot about you, man. I was
Likewise.
excited. You ain't hear nothing about me.
Nah, I heard about the show though.
Oh, okay.
It was a
Dang,
pleasure.
leg.
Not
God.
me, boy. Not me. I'm a wild boy.
But got that Ahmad turtleneck on, bro.
Actually, Ahmad's on fold like 6 times.
Oh yeah, he does, boy.
Mine's is just right here. That's it.
Yeah,
You
you
know
got
what
the
I'm saying?
simple one. Ahmad,
Yeah.
boy.
But yeah, man, make sure y'all tap in with 2.0, man, and show them that Fresh Leftovers love. Yo, GH3 Nation, we gonna catch y'all next week. Peace.
What's up, Kingdom? It's your girl, CEO AALIYAH, with the Fresh Leftovers Radio Show. And I just want to remind y'all to make sure that you are tapping into our YouTube channel. I know you love what you just seen. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your sister, anybody you got to tell. Get the word out. Let us be known.